A lot of people have been asking me for a Valorant or a CS playlist, so here goes. Most people would just give you a standard playlist where it's like static and target clicking, which is like so fucking basic, but even the top aimers would give you this. Truth is, and this is why I don't like game specific playlists, is that good aim should translate to every game. A good aimer can clip Chrome tabs down like a motherfucker. Good aim comes from well-roundedness, but it's taken to the next level by adjusting the core mistakes you might be doing. That being said, there's a lot of things we can do to specifically tackle games like CS or Valorant. And the first and the most obvious is actually static. Obviously important. Here you want to focus on accuracy and taking the BART pill, not missing more than 4 shots or you restart the scenario. To learn more about static or how to play it, I recommend checking out my video in the top right. Making deliberate mistakes might actually be helping you. What isn't, however, is our next focus, which is on speed. Why is this important? Because speed is arguably the most important part here, since the time to kill in games like this is insanely fast and often you're just flicking and stopping. And if you miss a shot, you're dead. So we're going to focus on fast target switching and accurate pokeball. You might be saying target switching, why? Well, in my opinion, target switching isn't actually switching, it's just flicking, but you're doing it from one target to another. So target switching, you're actually practicing your flicking. So there's some pretty basic, cool ideas that you might have seen before, but what 90% of Valorant playlists missed is tracking. 2 types of tracking I want to focus on here, and most importantly of them all, and the most overlooked, is precision tracking, which is basically smaller head-shaped dots which move in a smooth motion. Why is this important? I want you to take a look at this clip right here. If you want to get more headshots, like a lot of CS aimers do, they have a great tracking foundation without even realizing it. Most of the times you have 2 types of duels in these games. Either you flick, hit the target and kill him, or number 2, you track his head really smoothly and shoot. Now, rather than relying on flicking very small hitboxes, which isn't very consistent but still useful, doing precision tracking in combination with easier smoothness scenarios, since the movement speed and time to kill isn't super fast like it is in games in Apex, you don't need to track the targets for more than a couple seconds or you'll be dead.
What? Yeah, why not?
Here I'd really recommend Skylr's smoothness. Trust me, this quick 20-minute something playlist will make you hit heads like crazy. And if you want to skip my entire playlist and just play this one, I'd really fucking recommend it. Again, Skylr's smoothness. We want to create a good foundation of tracking rather than someone who can one clip or track a target for longer periods of time. And lastly, reactive training. Personally, I'm adding this since it's very overlooked and a lot of aimers I've talked to have praised this form of training. Reactive is often thought of as strafes or when the target changes direction. That doesn't happen that much in CS. What does happen, however, is micro adjusting, which is where reactive comes into play. If you can react to the target quickly enough, you don't have to track him as smoothly, if that makes sense. Another way to look at it is that you're always adjusting your crosshair to the center of your screen, following the target and doing micro adjustments along the way. It'll help you keep your aim glued to your target. Try this playlist out, and if you see improvements in Valorant or Counter-Strike, hit that sub button, baby.